All right, welcome to the Canary in the Cage podcast, if I can get this out. We are here for our, 10th or 11th episode?
This is number 11.
Holy shit, 11!
So, the podcast master, Tom Woods, says that the vast majority of podcasts never go past number 10. So, we made it.
All right, I guess we're a success. Should check my bank account and see if there's any money in there. It's not, but hey, whatever. If we have listeners, and apparently we have a few, because we've given away some Monero dollars.
Not this week, unfortunately.
No, well, Joe Biden didn't shit his pants, though, so that's not their fault. They might have been looking.
True.
So, let's talk about what's our funny story for the week. I got two of them, kind of. So, did you know that bulletproof vests are now becoming, I guess, like a sexual thing? Or?
Oh, yeah, I saw the whole, what's her name?
Stormy Daniels.
She apparently had a bulletproof vest on, but it was still fashionable.
Because her cleavage is hanging out.
The cleavage. It's very, very fashionable.
What the hell? I don't know. If I'm going to shoot somebody, I would say it's going to be right between the tits.
That's a good spot to aim, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move on from there as well. The other thing is Mayor Adams.
Brian Adams?
No, not Mayor.
Summer of 69?
No. This is the mayor.
The mayor. Okay.
The mayor of New York.
Ah, okay.
So what did he say this week? Apparently in New York City, they're having lifeguard problems.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
So they can't find lifeguards.
Yeah. Where would you find some?
Well, not my opinion. His opinion is, why not hire illegals?
I don't get it.
Well, they're good. They can swim.
I don't understand.
The immigrants that came across the border, we know they can swim because they got to the country. So if they can swim, they can rescue people.
Huh.
That's racist as fuck.
That sounds pretty racist. I don't know about that.
It's not my opinion, people. That's just
it's not racist because, you can be a British guy that snuck in through Mexico and you can still swim, right?
You can be a Chinese guy who snuck into Mexico. Yeah. You can be a Venezuela guy who snuck into Mexico and swam across.
Yeah.
And all of military age. That's really shocker. Because usually when the kids go across that river, they drown. Or some of them do.
Yeah.
But the military age men are making it over here. I wonder why. Maybe we'll talk about that later tonight. I don't know. We got to see where this goes. You know what? I just saw the Monero giveaway.
Oh, yeah? So hold on, because I had one for this week as well.
You do too.
Dude, you're giving away all my money over here.
Oh, it's a bucket.
Okay, no, it's fair because we didn't actually, nobody won the last 2 weeks. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so I'm looking for a punchline to this joke. If a perjurer and a porn star walk into a courtroom, what's the punchline?
Okay, yeah.
Because I've written jokes before, but this one I can't crack that nut.
0.01 for the best punchline to that joke.
And then you got a Monero giveaway you want to talk about?
Yeah, well, so I got a little story before that first. So, I know I mentioned last week there's all these haters of the Libertarian Party that,
No.
2 years ago, well, these are actually former libertarians that never were really libertarians for the most part.
Right.
So, the party was not run by libertarians for the long time. Let's put it that way. And 2 years ago, what's called the Mises Caucus voted them out.
Okay.
Right, and they said, these guys they're slightly more freedom oriented than Republicans and Democrats.
Okay.
But let's say the Democrats want you to pay 40% taxes and the Republicans want you to pay 35%. These guys are like, well, maybe it should be 32%. It's not libertarian. It's just they don't want to say anything too radical and get out of the favor of the mainstream media. During COVID, they said jack shit.
Like all the libertarians that ran for office 2 years ago that are now running as Republicans?
Yeah.
Huh. Shocker. But yet the Republican Party never approached me to run for their office. I wonder why that is.
Yeah. So the Mises Caucus are very extreme libertarian. A lot of us are anarcho-capitalists.
Yeah.
Myself included. I know you're not, but we'll get you there sooner or later.
I know you won't.
And these guys are just salty as fuck. You go on their Twitter and they just post about it nonstop, 24/7.
Have they been attacking you?
Well, so they now, to be fair, they show up on the general feed because it's a libertarian issue.
Okay.
And they just spam all fucking day long. And I attack them, so to speak, but I attack their ideas.
Right. No, okay.
So they would say, oh, the Libertarian Party is inviting Trump to speak. Oh, they're a bunch of Republicans. And I would say, we invited RFK and Biden as well. So how come we're not independents? How come we're not Democrats? And oh, that's just a lie. They never invited anyone. Oh, but RFK is showing up, right?
He is, or is it?
He is. Yes.
Oh, good.
And Vivek Ramaswamy, I mentioned this last week,
Yeah,
but Vivek is going to be doing a debate with whoever we elect for our vice presidential candidate.
I'm kind of digging Vic right now.
But anyway, instead of arguing back, these idiots just insult you. Like they think calling you a racist is some kind of argument, or calling you fat or ugly or
Wait, someone on the internet went after you the way you look?
Well, at first they went after you because they looked up our podcast and they said, "Look at this fat fucking idiot." And I go, "That's Ron," and you made him cry.
Yeah, I'm so sensitive to my beer belly.
So then they started going after me, right? And I'm like a little bit overweight, but I'm not fat, right? I'm not even 200 pounds. One guy said I'm 250 pounds.
He was looking at me, I'm telling you.
He wanted to bet on it, but then he backed down. But like, you go look at so what they did was they took a still frame from our video podcast, where I'm in the middle of a sentence and my face looks all goofy because I'm in the middle of a sentence,
right?
And they said, "Oh, look at this fucking idiot! Oh, look how stupid he looks! It looks like a retard!" Blah 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 blah. And the funny part is, you go look at their photos. And I'm going to put these on the screen for you guys, but Ron, you can look at my laptop. This is one of them.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what, dude? What's that fucking thing on his face?
Well, he's got some chubby cheeks.
Are you serious?
Was that an Amish beard?
Dude, it's trying.
Well, no, I mean,
it identifies as an Amish beard.
Right, because no mustache, no little. What is this called? Like the soul patch?
This is the check my hard drive beard.
So I have a feeling he can't grow hair across all his face. So his chin, he's just growing hair on his chin to cover up the double chin.
I mean, dude, just shave it, man. You look fucking ridiculous. I mean, come on. And you're gonna make fun of me.
No, just grow the full beard. I'm a beard guy.
Come on.
So grow the full beard, even if you can't.
And then you got this guy with like the soy face.
He's a soy boy.
The soy face they do, and like he's like overcompensating with the beard and hair.
That's Jesus, though.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay.
I mean, the beard, the hair. I mean, at least he's got the full beard and the mustache.
and like this guy.
But fuck that shirt, man. Stripes?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Who the fuck wears stripes?
I don't know.
You're not wearing stripes? Oh, you're not wearing stripes. Okay, good.
Dude, I don't know. I mean...
Wait, what is that? I guess I have to get my wife in here. Because stripes going this way versus stripes going this way. One makes you skinnier, one makes you...
I think the vertical stripes make you look thinner.
Okay, so he's wearing the horizontal stripes.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's the last guy. It's hard. You're going to have to zoom in from your perspective, but I'll zoom in on
look at this iPhone star with that fucking horse.
So dude, that's animal cruelty. Give me a fucking break. And like this guy's wearing his goofy fucking like his mommy dresses him, and I think those are sandals. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell because if you zoom in, it's all blocky and shit.
Are they Crocs?
And they're not Crocs. Crocs would be like bright colored.
Oh, okay.
And like it's just unkept hair. Like he fucking came out of the basement.
I mean, now they're gonna start attacking me,
dude. Like, come on, fucking. How are you? Okay.
The horse has better hair than this guy's got. Wait. Is he wearing a fucking helmet?
I think it might be.
Are you wearing a fucking helmet on a horse?
I don't know what he's doing, dude.
Pussy motherfucker.
But
you got to be like Gen Z or something. Or you got to be one of those little millennials or Gen Zers who want to protect your head. See, we as Gen Xers did not wear child safety helmets. We didn't need them.
No,
because we took a bunch of our kids out. We thinned out the herd by not wearing helmets.
Yeah, I knew kids that got hit by trains and shit.
Right. So the reason we don't have a bunch of dumb Gen Xers. Because we thinned them out early on.
They died already.
I mean, seriously, if you wear a bicycle helmet, we're going to beat your ass.
No, but so to bring it back to our Monero giveaway, best insult for one of these three fucking clowns.
Why don't you turn that to the camera to see?
No. I'm gonna put it on the video.
In editing. You're going to do like computer tricks.
Yeah. And so best insult for one of these dumb shits gets the other 0.01 Monero.
Do I qualify for that Monero giveaway?
No.
Damn. Because I don't think that's not even a full-size horse.
No, he said it was a pony. Like, he actually said it was a pony.
He's riding a... get PETA involved.
I know, but anyway...
Jesus. Because they even say, I think with a full-size horse, it's like 250 pounds is all they really want you to have on there. That dude's leg is more than 250 pounds.
I mean, like, there's a saying, like, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
Yeah.
I mean, holy fuck, dude. Like, okay, and these guys are calling me 250 pounds. Right, look at this.
So download this picture.
Show me the 250 pounds.
Red,
like, yeah, there's a little bit here. a little bit here. This is like 180, 190. Are you fucking serious? 250 pounds?
You want to call me fat?
Idiots.
I'll agree with you because I don't give a fuck. It goes back to my generation. We are what we are.
Yeah, put some fucking money on it, you fucking idiots. Like, I bet the money, and then they would just go away.
Or, hey, we're in Vegas. Come and visit us. You come on the podcast, you dickheads. We won't be nice. All
right, let's...
I will if you start crying, because if I make a girl cry, I do feel bad. But, I mean, so that's the fucker.
Check that guy's hard drive, dude. Check his hard drive.
I just want to take a pen and draw in the rest of his beard for him. I mean, seriously, who does that? He's covering up his double chin. That's all he's doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on from shit posting, shit talking, whatever the fuck we're doing right now. Let's talk about Joe Biden.
Okay. Who did not shit his pants? He went a week without shitting his pants.
Well, no, I'm sure he did.
Oh, but it's not on camera. Yeah.
We just can't prove it.
Right.
Which I will say in the debate, I'm already predicting shit in the pants of the debate.
Oh, God.
We'll get to the debate here in a few minutes. Does he believe that he's a great president?
I don't think he believes anything. I think he's just not there.
Well...
Because I had a family member that had Alzheimer's, and, like, he didn't remember people. He... thought it was a different year. Like, there's just nobody home.
But okay, so first of all, he's always been a liar.
Yes.
I mean, we're going back into like the 70s.
Right.
But I'm really good at picking out traits on someone's face when they're lying. I've read about it. I've researched it. Now there's some circumstances here that with the dementia and all that other stuff. It might make it hard, but I believe he believes it. I mean, let's think about it. So he's surrounded by yes men and women. Yeah. And he watches probably CNN or MSN.
I don't think he watches anything. He watches old John Wayne movies.
Holy shit! Did you see his challenge to Trump on the debate?
No.
It was a Clint Eastwood style. Oh God, okay.
Well, like a Mexican standoff? Like
no, it was just more of like, hey partner. He didn't say partner. I'm exaggerating, but hey, somebody help me out. Somebody send me a link to some software I can buy where we can do videos on this fucking thing because I'm having a hard time finding that. I want to post because I would love to show that video. And they even they subtitled it in case you couldn't understand his murmurs, and it was like subtitles for like an old person. Like an inch block letter. And it was just like, I won the last 2 debates and this guy still wants to debate me? I say bring it on.
Okay.
It was more, imagine Clint Eastwood saying that, and that's what Joe Biden just did.
Wow.
So, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction out. Biden is out. No. And they're going to use the debate to do it. So, the reason I can say this is, I got to get comfortable. We just did some shit with the mics, and now I got to rearrange the whole thing here. So they've now turned on Biden, and they're starting with like Jimmy Fallon. Uh-huh. I know you don't watch his show because I don't watch his show, but he's now making fun of Biden. So now they're going to use the left-wing media to do it. And now you've got MSNBC, you got CNN. Yeah. They're even like, well, what's going on with this Trump trial? It looks like Trump's going to win.
Right.
So now they're shifting their
and they're asking him about the economy.
Right. So now they're putting some little I don't want to say the word. They're putting little dents in his armor.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say the other word. I'm trying to be nice, people. So I have a feeling they're going to let this because first of all, the debate is before the conventions, and if I understand correctly, that's never happened.
I don't know. I have no idea.
So I have a feeling they're going to put Biden out there and they're going to meet his weird-ass demands. I don't want any audience members. Well, he doesn't want to hear fuck Joe Biden chanting during the debate. And that's what would happen.
Of course.
So fine, Trump goes, yeah, sure. I want Trump's mic turned off when I'm talking. Yeah, because you can't handle a debate, dick.
Well, Trump does interrupt a lot. I mean, I
interrupt a lot.
Yeah, I get it, but you're not running for president, and it's supposed to be...
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. When someone interrupts, they got a lot to say, and they're passionate about what they're saying, and they want to get it out, and they hear some guy just spewing bullshit.
No, I get it.
How do you listen to that without interrupting?
I get it, but like... we did it for however, like 250 years, right?
Turn the microphones off?
Well, no, I'm saying like they had debates,
Right.
where the one guy didn't interrupt the other guy's bullshit.
Yeah, but the bullshit is at a much higher level now than
I don't know. I want to go watch some of the old debates and say, hey, that's bullshit, and let's just do a bullshit count, because I bet you it's nothing but bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess politicians just lie.
That's the thing I like about Trump, is that he's willing to do that and expose the whole thing as the fraud that it is. But like, there's still a lot of people in the country that expect the debate to be formal and respectable and all that bullshit.
And they want to vote for the guy with the prettiest smile.
Right. Yeah.
Who he looks presidential. No, I want to vote for a president who might just possibly throw a chair out the window because he's pissed. And I believe that might be Trump, although he's never done that. But if I was watching a video and a chair came flying out of the White House, I'd be like, yeah, somebody just pissed off Trump.
I would do it.
Would so do it. I have tried. I have thrown chairs towards windows that never actually made it out. But it's not because I was mad. I had to emphasize my point.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Throwing a chair really drives that point home. So yeah, so there's what is it? Steve Sanchez is the local radio guy here, and Glenn Beck. Mm-hmm. Who said it first? They can fight that one out. They claim that this is the debate that Biden's going to be in is his last chance to prove he can actually be presidential.
Okay.
And if not, then they're going to talk him out and then bring in Michelle Obama.
Well, they're actually talking about doing the DNC remotely. Did you hear that?
They want to cancel the convention because, I mean, it's just going to be protesters saying fuck Joe Biden.
And it's in Chicago.
I know. Which one happened the last time it was in Chicago?
68?
Yeah, it was kind of a riot there.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
History might just repeat itself.
I think that was when my dad first became a cop.
Oh, Jesus, man. What a training dad that would be. So my theory is that they want Biden out. One, because they're already letting the media turn on him,
right,
and that has not happened.
Right.
You see that video I posted on X today?
No, I don't look at our own posts.
They were saying Jimmy Fallon, but it's Jimmy. There's another guy. He's a radio disc jockey that has a similar name to Fallon. But like, that's not a Jimmy Fallon song because this song was actually funny. So he did a Tom Petty remake, and. About Joe Biden falling down and sniffing kids. It's actually pretty fucking funny.
I'll have to look that up.
Really, it's on our X.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is look what I post.
Yeah.
I don't post much yet. I do want to be a shit poster though. Twitter or X confuses me because I'm not a computer guy. I'm just a fat drunken slob that sits in the corner and grows my tomato plants. You guys use that against me if you want. I don't care because I can't be insulted by fucking Twitter people. So I think what they're gonna do is they're just going to let the shit happen.
Yeah.
They're going to let Biden get embarrassed.
Yeah.
And Trump, President Trump, if you've ever listened to me before, I know you haven't, bring props. Bring it.
I don't know if they're allowed. They're not allowed to do that, are they?
It's a fucking presidential debate. They can do what they want.
I don't think so.
Like hold up a check made out to Joe Biden's brother and then hold up the check that went to Joe Biden that day. So we've got the Bidens. So do that, President Trump. It would be hysterical. Where's Hunter Biden been?
I don't know. He's been
in the Capitol building
in a dark van somewhere where he can't do any damage. Maybe
would he have a reason to be in the Capitol building?
Anyone can go there. It's public.
Yeah, but this was in a private hallway where they store furniture at.
Oh, I don't know then.
Because there was cocaine found.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday or today, I'm not sure where.
Well, that could be anybody's. I mean, that's Congress.
Yeah, but it's Hunter Biden. I mean, he's a crackhead.
Have you seen these Congress people?
Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna. I guess we're just jump to that story now. So Trump's trial in New York has completely fallen apart. That fucking leftist judge, dude, call it. It's the slaughter rule. It is. It's like 99 to 0. Okay, and we don't even keep scoring courts that way, but it really should be. So. All of a sudden, in the last week, guess who's been showing up to the courthouses? Courthouse.
I know that like Mike Johnson and Marjorie Taylor Greene and
now a whole slew of Republicans.
Yeah.
They're holding press conferences out there.
Yeah.
They those fucking little bitches waited until Trump is now. Will Trump win the case? We don't know. The jury could be tampered with, and there's a whole lot of shit there. But the reality is, this trial is over. Stormy Daniels fucked it up, and Mike Cohen you want to talk about, it was just a baseball reference. Is there more than a grand slam in baseball? I mean, can you do a grand slam and like 12 people score at one time?
I don't think so. I think you can't get higher than
Okay,
that.
so but that's the analogy I'm going with, because the dude can't stop fucking lying. He actually lies more than Joe Biden. But Joe Biden is more of a professional
Right.
at lying. This guy's just, I mean...
Well, he's a lawyer. I mean...
I'm a lawyer. His lies are just hysterical. I guess the reference was Trump's attorneys put him in the box.
Yeah.
And then just slammed the lid down on it. I'm like, that's a really cool analogy, because that's exactly what happened, except then they hammered it shut because they destroyed this guy, because he never should have been a witness anyway.
Well, he has to be.
Well, no, because he does a podcast 6 times a day.
No, I understand, but like, there's no case without him. He did the payments.
So, okay, but he is doing a podcast that he talks about Trump on every episode.
Yeah.
He wears a shirt. He's selling shirts to put Trump in jail. So right there, he should be disqualified. And then he was asked, well, have you ever met with a prosecutor before? He's like, no, I've never met that guy.
Right.
And he goes, oh, what about on your podcast when you thanked him for meeting with you back in 2019 a bunch of times and you guys were discussing stuff? So he lied.
Yeah.
Even his lawyer, so Cohen's lawyer, went to Congress and said, this dude's lying.
So,
he lied about
so
this.
what you're saying is that on the podcast, we shouldn't say that we met somebody that we might later lie that we met?
Yeah, but see, I don't care. You know.
Well, you will care if you're on the
No,
trial.
'cause I mean, it's not that I don't lie. I mean, seriously, if a woman goes, "Do these jeans make me look fat?" No, they don't. And I will say that with a straight fucking face, because I'm a smart man. But in all reality, I'm not gonna. I mean, you get me on the stand. I mean, I was gonna plead the fifth anyway.
You can't.
Why not?
Because it's a criminal trial in which you're a prosecutor's witness.
Well, then I just wouldn't show up. I'd be treated as a hostile witness if I had to show up.
Okay, but
I'd just start. I don't know.
So in theory, that should mean that they never bring charges because they have no.
There are no charges. I know we've talked about this before.
No, there are.
There are not.
Of course
even
there are.
Even in the court case, there's been no criminal charges ever mentioned.
Yes, there are. There's 34 counts of falsifying business records.
Okay, so
Of a felony degree.
On a federal level, those don't count because it's state court.
No, it's a state court.
All the state court ones have been statute of limitation out.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
Dude,
There are even
the felony one has not been limited out.
Even MSNBC goes, what are the charges? They don't know what the charges are.
Falsifying business records.
Misdemeanor?
No, to further another crime, which makes it a felony.
Okay, let's go with your theory, even though I do not agree with that.
That's what the indictment says.
I'm going with what happened in court.
That's what court says.
No, they did nothing in court. They did nothing. There's been no criminal count. MSNBC, dude. First of all, you had me agree with MSNBC, so I'm fucking pissed about that.
That's what the indictment says.
Oh, I'm okay. We'll just watch this play out. But this should go to the judge. The judge should just drop this fucking
Well, of
case.
course,
So getting back to my original point, now the Republicans show up.
Yeah.
You little punk bastards. You wait until you see that he's going to win, and you guys, hey, Trump. It's like they're acting like that cartoon. I know I'm a little bit older than you, but the bigger bulldog and the little bulldogs. You got Spike the bulldog, and you got a little dog who just hopped around him the whole time. Like, oh, yes, Spike, yes, Spike, yes, Spike, yes, Spike.
Well, you know what
That's
they're doing.
You guys are.
But you know what they're doing.
Trying to get fucking election votes. Trying to get votes.
They're trying to become the vice president because Trump hasn't picked yet.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about that too. So I'm just pissed that the Republicans are, because in my opinion, the day he went to Georgia to turn himself in, he should have walked in with every single House member of Congress, because that case was bullshit from the beginning, and it should never have ever happened. And Congress should have been there supporting him, but they're fair-weathered fans. They're like some Cubs fans. I'm going to wait till the Cubs start winning. Well, it's never going to happen. They're not going to start winning. We don't care. Go to a Cubs game, get a beer, get a dog, enjoy the conversation with the person sitting next to you and around you, and you might catch a baseball game. Motherfuckers. God, Jesus, you Republicans piss me off. Vote for fighters from now on. Oh, the Republican Party. Holy shit, I got a lot out on that one. So getting back to, okay, let's go to the, I have a question to ask you, which is going to involve the vice president pick. So there's a lot of conversations going on some right-wing podcasts right now, like the Dave Bongino show, the Litter Box, I don't think redacted. So they're talking about what is the most important cabinet or position or pick that Trump can make to support him. Bongino and Kat Turd they weren't talking together, but both they said they kind of agreed that it's more of a cabinet position. Jules is also on the litter box. Her and I kind of agree on this. I'll get to my opinion in a second. But what is yours? I mean, like FBI director.
Well, this is all bullshit. I think he needs to disband these organizations.
Right. Okay, but how about like Secretary of State?
Get rid of it.
Attorney.
Get rid of it all. We don't need this.
We're libertarians. We're gonna have a whiteboard.
All right, you put me up there. Day one, I'm gonna be fucking Javier Milei with the chainsaw.
The Argentina guy.
Afuera. Get it all out. It's useless.
So
actually, before you go into it, Thomas Massey today introduced a bill to end the Fed.
Really?
Yeah. So he's trying to steal my thunder.
He's like, Dave might be coming to DC,
yeah,
guys.
hopefully he gets it through before I'm elected. Fucking guy.
Oh my God. So people in Nevada, vote for this fucking guy if you want to see a shit show. It'll be good. Don't get me wrong.
No, I'll be on TV a lot.
So I say the vice president is the biggest pick. Now, I would not say that in a normal presidential cabinet.
Right.
Because the vice president is kind of a do-nothing. They're kind of just sitting back there. Right. Just kind of waiting for the president's heartbeat to stop. But here's the thing. We don't know how many rhinos and the left-leaning Republicans we have in the Congress.
Okay.
So Trump could get elected.
Yeah.
And just like last time, the impeachment start rolling out.
Right.
So he needs to pick a vice president who they're more scared of.
Right.
So that's why I think the vice president pick is the most important pick. Because Mike Pence kind of fell into that. They're like, we don't want that fucking guy.
Well, I think Mike Pence was more of a let's get the evangelical vote type of thing.
Right. But he was also, I mean, like that time he stared into North Korea with his jacket on and his sunglasses on. He just stared across. He was at the line.
He's a fucking idiot.
I know. He just stared across it. I mean, and then Joe Biden kind of did the same thing with Kamala Harris. I mean, no one's going to get that guy out with her.
But she's like the diversity token, too.
Oh, DI hiring. That's been going very well lately.
You know what Trump should do is choose one of the libertarians at the convention next week.
Yeah, but
for his vice president.
I'm kind of digging Vic. I don't think he plays well in the public. That's the only problem. And I don't know what he brings to the partnership, but I think they'd be scared of him. He's very Trump-esque.
I don't know, maybe. Like there's people that still say to this day that Vivek is a plant. Mm-hmm. And I don't fucking know. Like, who the hell knows?
I've heard his speeches and I've seen him speak.
Yeah.
He seems legit. He seems, but yes, I can be fooled. But I do pay attention to certain things when people are talking. But there's got to be. I mean, even Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi, yeah.
Yeah, even she wouldn't be a bad pick. I don't know if she would scare them off as much or not.
Yeah, I don't think so. She's got too many left wing positions.
Yeah, but she did lead the Democrat Party though.
Well, right.
And she would bring in Hawaii, I would think. I mean, I don't know what's Hawaii
Hawaii's never going to vote for Republican ever.
Even with a homegrown.
No.
Okay.
So they're fucking nuts out there. They are nuts. I mean, like you heard the New York judge that said the Second Amendment doesn't exist in her courtroom.
I thought it was Illinois. Oh
no, the guy from
New York judge said that.
The guy who got convicted of making his own guns in his home.
Okay.
The judge said the Second Amendment doesn't exist in this courtroom.
And she's still on the bench.
Oh yeah, and he just got sentenced to 10 years.
Oh, Jesus
but it's going to be like the easiest appeal of all time, right? Because if a judge says your rights don't exist, okay, appeal granted. But anyway, Hawaii is worse than her. They're absolutely worse.
All of you Hawaiians are worse than that bitch. But I mean, aren't we like the 8th island of Hawaii here in Nevada?
That's what they say. Yeah.
Yeah. We got Hawaiians here.
Well, the ones that I meet here are pretty sane.
They escaped Hawaii. Like Californians are escaping. Yeah. Holy Jesus! But let's talk about Trump-esque people.
What does that mean?
Well, because there's been the assassination attempt of the. Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Okay, I gotta go to my notes because I can't save this country without my notes, and I got a shit ton of fucking notes. Should have organized them better. If I was a better podcaster, I'd be much more organized. But I suck as a podcaster. But I got cool stories. I do. I swear I do. It's like one of the Slavic countries.
Okay.
No, I'm a sucky.
Croatia.
Slovakia.
Oh, Slovakia.
So
That's my ancestry, pretty much.
what's that?
That's my ancestry. My father's ancestry.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was Czechoslovakia at the time, and then Czechoslovakia broke up into Czech Republic and Slovakia.
Okay.
And I don't know which one my family came from.
So
But,
did your family bounce a lot of checks? It's a Stripes joke. The movie Stripes. So this guy, the leader of Slovakia,
Slovakia. Yeah.
he is considered a Trump-esque politician.
Oh, this. Okay, I thought you were saying someone tried to assassinate Trump.
No.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, keep up with me.
Yeah.
Because I go in different directions.
Yeah.
It's all about focus. So this guy is kind of Trump-esque. And the day before he was shot, and I'm not saying this is why he was shot, but if you ask me at a bar when there's not a camera or mic on me, I'm going to say this is why he was shot. Remember we talked a couple weeks ago, probably 4 or 5 episodes ago about the WHO agreement that they're trying to run the world?
Yeah.
He shot it down. He's like, nope,
Oh, okay.
that will not happen in
Yeah.
my country. Next day he was shot. So
Coincidence.
now,
Must be a coincidence. It's gotta be.
well, I don't believe in coincidences because they take too long to plan.
Yeah.
But so the leader of the security team that was guarding him goes, that's not how they were supposed to act. And this is the leader of the security detail for the president of Slovakia said, no way one person could get off 4 to 5 shots if my security team was acting the way they were supposed to. So he said they were not positioned properly.
Yeah.
There was no security detail on the other side of the fence, which is supposed to be. And they said someone should have jumped in front of the shooter.
I mean, none of this stuff is surprising. Like these guys are incompetent. I mean, like I told you the story about the government people that I've worked with, right? Like they're not smart people. Even if they have a checklist of the guards must be in this position and they must do this and that, they don't give a fuck.
No, I get it. I mean, human error can fold into this, and a lot of conspiracies that people believe can be folded into human error. I get that incompetence. But I don't know. I mean, there's a lot going on there because there was another Trump-esque president of an Asian community or an Asian country that was shot a couple weeks ago. So I don't know.
Well, you know how World War I started, right?
No.
So there was an Austrian prince who was going down the road in his I forget if it was a car. I think it was a motor car. And a Serbian guy shot him.
Oh, it wasn't a drone attack?
No drones back then.
Oh, that's right. It was
a Serbian like anarchist type, not the good kind of anarchist, but the nut job types.
Huh.
And he assassinated him, and all these countries had agreements with each other, saying they'll come to each other's aid. So like it just compounded one after one, and like so Germany doesn't like Serbia shooting the Austrian prince.
Okay.
So Germany says, well, fuck you, we're going to do something to you. And then Russia is on the side of Serbia. So they say, well, fuck you, Germany. And then all these countries just aligned with each other and went to war.
Kind of like what happened the other day with China. They came out and aligned themselves with Russia. And said, we are with Russia.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, they said it in Chinese.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to do that because I don't speak it. But yeah, they aligned themselves with Russia. And I mean, because we are looking at a potential World War III starting.
Right.
And I do blame that on Biden because the big guy on the block is shitting his pants in the corner sniffing babies. So I mean, why not go crazy? But again, Gen Zers, you are our draftable age people, and if you look at Germany, they are not considering gender when they're drafting. They call it another word. I've never heard. It's I don't know what it is. It's a draft. They're trying to soften the word draft, so we came up with a new word.
Yeah,
it's probably
that's Germans for you.
Word.
They have some like 14-syllable fucking crazy word.
So how did the last time Germany fought Russia? How did that go?
Not too well for Germany.
Yeah. And Germany's military is down, like our military is down.
I don't think they even have a military. Like they have an official one. But what do they do? I mean,
yeah, no, they're actually they're looking at passing one of 3 laws about once you're 18, an 18-year-old male has to sign up, kind of like selective services here.
Yeah.
They obviously don't have that there. They're looking to pass something. And the other one is an 18-year-old person has to sign up, which that would mean the females as well. Because Germany has a law that says you can change your child's gender.
Okay.
At any age.
Yeah.
So it's weird because, so I would think there'd be a massive changing of sexes here pretty soon. I don't have a son, I have a daughter. Well, they got that figured out too for you people. I would be very cautious. We need to get somebody back in the White House that's got some balls. And let's just say it's got to be Trump, I guess. Unless the libertarians can come up with somebody, because I will support that. But if the libertarians can't produce somebody, I actually might be a Trump voter. I don't know. I kind of put this, my enemy's enemy is my friend. Well, I don't know, man. I got to do some introspection, I guess. Oh, wait, I missed something in the Stormy Daniels trial. So, what I think happened, and this is my opinion based on some other people that I talked to and other people I've kind of heard some articles talking, I think Cohen was sleeping with Stormy Daniels.
Oh, I've heard you. I thought you mentioned that last week.
Oh, did I?
I think so.
Possible. I don't stay focused very much.
Yeah.
So I'm still reiterating that. And I think they were scamming Trump for the money because Cohen actually paid Stormy Daniels the money.
Right, and then got reimbursed.
Well, no, it actually hasn't been reimbursed.
What?
That's part of it. Yeah, because Trump's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
But that's what the whole falsifying, like, that was, Trump made, I don't know, 30 or 17 payments to Michael Cohen.
I haven't heard that. It sounds familiar from something I heard a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know if, he was his attorney.
Yes.
So was he making payments to his attorney?
Yes.
Or was he making specific payments to pay back the loan that Cohen got?
So he made the payments, and he said, like, attorney's fees. And that's what they're claiming is the falsified business record.
Oh, okay. But it's paid on his attorney.
Dude, don't ask me. I'm just saying what they said.
That's why I'm saying none of these charges make any damn sense.
Well, they don't make sense, but I'm telling you that they're real charges.
I don't think they are. MSNBC said, we don't even know what the criminal charges are.
Because they're fucking idiots.
CNN said it too.
They're also fucking idiots.
Don Lemon didn't say it, but is he gone? I heard something about Don Lemon.
I don't watch. Who knows?
I know, but I heard something about Don Lemon's gone. I don't know if they were.
Somebody explained it. I think Vivek actually went on a TV show and explained it, or maybe it was on just YouTube. But he explained it, and he explained why it doesn't make sense. It's a very good. You should listen to him talk about it.
No, I should. Maybe I'll look into that. It's the Trump trial. It's not something I want to follow a lot. But holy shit, there's so many stories coming out of this thing. The woman wearing a bulletproof vest, but her tits are showing. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. You got the guy who can't stop lying. Like, he'll answer a question, and 3 questions later, he answers a similar question differently. Holy fuck. Put that guy back in a hole. We're done with him. He has destroyed. Stormy Daniels, I never had sex with Trump. Okay, well, done.
Yeah. What are you paying? What are you paying you for?
I think it was a scam on Trump, but whatever. Cohen and Stormy Daniels was doing it, and Cohen was married, and he was trying to hide the payment. He did say he was trying to hide the payment from my wife, so I took out a loan.
Yeah.
Because my wife controls the finances.
Oh, but
the loan payments would still be part of the finance.
Yeah, it's part of your job for Trump, isn't it?
It goes that way and that way and there, and Jesus Christ. Dude, get your story straight. Yeah, Trump's lawyers are just they literally got to just be having a great time. Because they're just letting this guy talk, and they're just like, what about this? What about that?
Yeah.
This guy's like, I don't know. Fuck, dude. So, what? Because I think there's a few predictions I might want. One prediction I do want to make, and this is more hyperbole, but if Biden stays on the ballot, I feel very confident in saying there'll be over 200 million votes for president next year, or this year.
Total?
24. Yeah.
Well, you've already had my prediction. Biden wins with 450 million votes.
Well, I mean, you do know D.C. is holding classes on how to teach illegals to vote. So, because illegals can vote in this country, right?
Well, anybody can vote, especially in a state with no ID law. Because you just go up to the table and say, yeah, I'm John Smith.
Well,
here to vote.
Well, no, they wouldn't have to because they've already got a ballot.
Well, yeah.
All these states, when they give out driver's licenses, they're giving out ballots.
Right.
So illegals can vote now.
Yeah, you don't even got to show up to the polls.
Holy shit. What the hell is going on? Get to my notes here. What do we got here for today? It's kind of dark in the studio. So I heard that Georgia has been in NGOs, and I'm like, the state of Georgia? country. It always confuses me. NGOs are non-government organizations, and I'm going to kind of get to that here in a minute.
I mean, like, doesn't that mean our podcast is banned?
I mean, it might be.
We're an organization, and we're not the government.
Yeah, but there's probably some different classifications to actually be an NGO, because is Walmart an NGO?
I don't see why they wouldn't be. They're an organization, and they're not a government.
Yeah. Okay. So in the House, they tried passing a law. Oh, actually, apparently the House passed it, that if an immigrant attacks a cop, they get deported immediately.
Right.
So it passed the House, but 148 Democrats voted no on that, or nay.
Yeah.
I got a couple problems here.
Well, now, hold on. Did you read the actual bill?
No.
Okay, so, like,
Because it was more of where I was going down a different road for it, but go ahead.
I didn't read it, but, like, usually that's a huge red flag, where, obviously, like, Democrats aren't always wrong or right or whatever, but
what else is attached to is what you're saying.
Well, not that, not even that, but, like, how was the bill worded? What does it actually do? Because whenever you read these news articles, whether it's the left or right, they always say, "Oh, the House bans blah blah blah," and you read the bill, and no, it doesn't do that.
Yeah, we want to send $10 million to Yugoslavia and give free suckers for kids each day. And they voted down. Oh, the Republicans don't want to give kids suckers.
Yeah.
So I get that.
And the worst thing, anytime you read a news article about some bill, and it doesn't tell you the bill, so that you can go look it up yourself.
Yeah,
you can almost guarantee that news story is bullshit.
And I'm okay with that, because that's not where I was going with that. But I'm glad you brought it up, because I do agree with you 100%, because we attach so many things to a bill. It should be one vote, one bill, one issue, one item, and we vote for that. So you got to do 100 votes. So suck it up, guys. You make a lot of money, and you steal a lot of money from us. But it was the fact that they singled out cops.
Right.
We're going to protect the cops from the immigrants. It's kind of like when Chicago made it a felony to punch a cab driver.
Right.
Because before it wasn't. It was just a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
But what they did is they used the law to link in. I guess it's always been a felony to punch a bus driver. I mean, who doesn't want to punch a bus driver or a cab driver? But they passed a law saying that if you punch a cab driver, because they move the public around.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't give a fuck if you move the public around.
Right. If you deserve to be punched, you should be punched. It should not be a crime. But it's the fact what they left out of it. We've had, I can think of like 3 or 4 high-profile murders of young women who have been murdered by illegals.
Yeah.
And we didn't even deal with that. That wasn't even in the bill. We're protecting the men and women who carry guns legally and are allowed to shoot you. We're protecting them, but not the rest of the American citizens. And then that's the other thing. It's like, have you heard about these encampments, illegal encampments?
Well, which ones? They're everywhere.
Well, they're all over, like in New York and Chicago, San Diego.
Yeah.
In Chicago specifically, the police are responding to numerous calls of like rape and beatings and mugging, it's all kinds of stuff. And the cops are having to deal with this shit because we're allowing this crap to happen. In New York, the cops aren't even allowed in some of these immigrant shelters. And then in San Diego, the Ramada Inn in San Diego has been literally fenced off with gates, and something's going on in there. And there's illegals in there. Nobody can get near it. Taxpayer dollars, we're paying for it. I believe it said that it costs $33,000 or $34,000 a year to feed one immigrant.
What the fuck?
Rice and beans, my friends. Grow your own vegetables. It's a lot less than that. But so there's a lot going on in these camps. It could be training grounds. Could be.
Well, I mean, we have Google Satellite, right? Just look down and see.
It's there. No, I haven't looked up all the immigrant ones because there's a lot. I looked up the Ramada Inn in San Diego because the source I got on that is it's in my notes here somewhere. I suck at this. It's J.J. Carroll Carrell. I'm trying to think of his actual name. Carrell. Carrell would be his name.
Yeah.
Well, I got a friend with the last name Carroll, so it's kind of like messing with my head. He's writing a book. He wrote a book and he's doing a documentary all about how the immigration policies are going to mess up America. And he is one of the more advocates that saying they are building a military with this military-age men.
Well, so you know how like Google Satellite or Google Maps sometimes blacks out.
Yep.
So I found a guy on YouTube that he bought like a 5-foot tall satellite dish.
Okay.
Like it's an aluminum, dish shaped hunk of metal.
Okay.
And you hook it up to your computer, and you can aim it at a satellite, and have that satellite send photos down to your computer.
Oh, the position of the satellite because it's posted online, or
Well, you can see I mean, satellites are pretty much public.
you see them in the okay.
But you can see them at night.
I mean, I see Earthlings flying over Nevada all the time.
But no, if Google is blacking out these things or won't update them, if you have the hardware, you can do it yourself.
Oh, see, I love this. See on the dark web?
Well, no, you just do it anywhere you want.
Good for him.
No, he's on YouTube. I can link it.
Is there a YouTube on the dark web?
Not really. The dark web is not really for high capacity videos. It's just not enough bandwidth.
So going back to Steve Carell, so basically he is saying they are building a military to advance all American citizens in this country.
I don't buy it.
I mean, well, okay, you don't buy it. Why are they letting all these illegal immigrants in then?
Because they're just retarded. Like you don't need to explain retarded people's actions.
No, we've had Democrats in office before. They didn't do this shit. Trump had a great border policy plan that got shot to hell. So why did Biden? I mean, even the debates with Trump 4 years ago. Come on in. If I'm elected, come on in.
So the reality is that American people have a low birth rate. We're not at a replacement birth rate. So in the minds of a retard, let's just open the borders and let everybody in and give them welfare.
So that would explain the families coming over.
That would explain anything.
No, if the families were coming over.
No, because when you say, "Hey guys, the welfare faucet is on. Anybody who wants to come over, come over." So everybody's going to come over, not just families. Everybody
from other countries that are not attached to this country.
Yes,
because to get not amnesty, to be able to legally come into this country because you're scared your country's going to kill you.
Right.
You have to be a connected country.
Right.
Okay. So we've got at this point. All Mexicans that are coming, they're all here, and that's fine
for the most part.
Well, I mean, I'm fine with Mexicans, mostly. The cartels. Well, no, the cartels is. I'm going to touch on the cartels in a second. You Mexicans, I just don't like you, but I like your tacos and your burritos. So
there's a clip.
Yeah. Oh shit. But I like their food, so I'm good. We actually should talk about the food. I'll get into that some other time. But it's bringing. So it's like the Chinese have sent military-age men over here.
No, wait. What do you mean by sent?
They showed up here.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the Chinese sent them.
So in a communist country, you can just go.
Okay, do you ever go to the casinos?
Yeah.
Okay, what race are the dealers?
The Chinese.
Okay, well.
Or Asian. I don't want to.
So those people are going to rise up and start killing us?
I mean, there are people leaving those countries legally.
Well, yeah.
But these are people that are leaving and then sneaking into this country.
So
do you think they can just walk onto a plane and fly me to Mexico so I can cross over the border?
Yes.
Communist countries don't work that way. I mean, I guess I've never been to one, so I guess I can't speak.
If you escape through Nepal or to Mongolia or something,
you are aware of the Chinese police stations around this country.
I've heard of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they are allowing their citizens. I will go on record. They are allowing their citizens to come over here.
Right, but they have nothing to gain by doing this. Like to do some kind of military action from within.
So
it doesn't make sense.
Through the NGOs, it is the Jewish Family League and the Catholic Charities who are assisting these people in coming over. Now, I've heard of the Catholic Charities being involved in this for a while. The Jewish Family League was a new one for me today, and that did come from J.J. Carell. That's okay. People like this. Because I want to cite my sources as much as I can. It's the Jewish Family Services. They have given over $6 million. The Jewish Family Services have been given over $6 million in the last 6 months to aid in what they're doing.
Okay.
They don't need to justify what they're doing because they're considering this an emergency situation. So they ask for a check. The federal government is sending them checks
Okay.
with no follow up, no audit.
Sure.
Just giving them money.
But again, like, what does China gain by having people sneak in that are, I don't know, like Manchurian candidates or whatever?
It's not Manchurian. We're talking. It could be all right because technically in this country our military cannot be used against us because we're citizens.
Okay, but if a bunch of Chinese people suddenly start
Chinese,
shooting
though.
at us, what's going to accomplish? It's not going to do anything.
We're not talking a few. So if you look at all the
pick
military,
pick any number you want.
40 million
What's that going to do?
against us.
What's it going to accomplish?
If they are armed and they
Yes.
have
What is it? What's the goal? What's the end goal?
to overtake us,
And do what?
take control of the country.
And do what?
I mean, this is what's breaking. Right, this is the news that's coming out.
Well, okay, what are they going to do?
Whatever their plan, they have a plan. We're trying to figure that out
To
now.
do what?
Well, the Democrats
This is ridiculous.
The Democrats don't want white people in power anymore.
Well, the Democrats are
They have
retarded.
said-
That's what you got.
So we just go, they're retarded. So let's just let the special needs children just do what they want. But they have a plan, and they're trying to work.
No, they don't
this
have a
out.
plan. They're retarded.
I think they do. And
They
I
don't
think
have a plan. They're
They
retarded.
want to get rid of. I mean, they've been bragging. All the Democrats have been bragging, and all the CNN as of 2020, 20.
Okay, but
40
to
something,
do what?
White people will be the
To do
minority.
what? How does that
to
help?
overtake this country?
How does that help them?
To keep the Democrats in power.
And power over what?
The country.
Okay, but why do you want power over something?
Why does one country attack another one for?
Why don't you want power over a random anthill in the desert?
So why is Russia attacking Ukraine for?
Why don't you want power over a random anthill in the desert?
Well, I wouldn't want an anthill in the desert, but if there was
'Cause it's useless.
but if there was some farmland I wanted,
But you gotta farm it.
So what? Yeah, I know.
So nobody's gonna farm it for these Chinese people.
These military-aged men can't be farmers as well?
No.
I'm not
What do
saying
you? If they could do that, they'd already be doing it.
Not in China. They don't have the
Why
farmland.
not?
They don't have the available farmland.
They have it here. Why don't they just buy a farm and do it?
Well, they have been buying farms up here.
Okay, then why would they need to kill us?
So they can get more.
That makes no sense. They bought the farmland. Just go farm it.
Okay.
Like, what are you talking about?
There's restrictions. They can't get the farm. They can't get the food back to China.
Oh, but there's not restrictions against killing millions of people.
Well, there is, but that's called war. And there's wars all the time.
But this
So
makes no
Russia-
sense. Okay.
So Russia. So Putin's retarded because he's going into Ukraine.
Okay.
He's got a plan, right?
Do you know why he's going into Ukraine?
To get back the land that belongs to Russia.
No, it's not to belong. It has
he
nothing,
doesn't want all of
It has
Ukraine.
nothing to do with belongs to Russia or belongs to. It's because there's ethnic Russians in those areas
It used to be Russia. It used to be part of Russia.
that Ukraine was killing,
Okay.
and they said, "Hey, you can't do this. You can't kill us. Putin, please help us."
Okay. So he's going in for that reason.
Right, but that's he's not trying
Yeah.
to conquer. He's not trying to make more production. He's not trying to get
There's
farmland.
going to be more news coming
Now, he
out.
could be lying, right? He could be lying. I'm not saying Putin's an honest guy,
Right.
but it's a story that makes sense.
Okay.
Now, the story you're telling me doesn't make any sense.
Because they want to attack America. They
To do
can't
what?
Okay. So
We're not bombing Chinese people, and the Chinese are offended about this, right?
Okay.
We're not doing that.
True.
So our productive capacity is in our brains. It's not in the farmland. It's not in the oil wells. It's in our brains. Because if you don't have the brain power, you can't use those resources.
So you're saying growing crops, you need like specialized training for that?
Yes.
Really?
To grow them at the scale that we're doing it, absolutely.
You can learn that. I mean,
No, you can't. If you could learn it, then they would have learned it, and they'd be doing it in China.
they don't have the land available in China.
Of course they do. China's
they
massive.
And they got a massive amount of fucking people.
Okay, so what? They have plenty of
trying
farmland.
to create farmland on the ocean so they can grow, on floating barges. They're trying to grow crops over there on that.
Okay, then-
they want our farmland. They want our land.
But they can
want
buy
America
it.
gone.
They can buy it.
No.
Why would you not just
I think it's
buy
more
it?
nefarious
It's
than
cheaper to buy it than to have 40 million
No, I disagree.
military, whatever the fucks,
It's-
secretly stay in America for however many years
So
until
why have-
Order 66 comes.
Why have any war then?
Because that's
Wars exist.
Okay, where do wars exist?
Well, not on this land, because,
Right.
Because they can't attack us.
No.
No.
It's because
you brought up a good point.
rich people have realized that war is not profitable.
War is extremely profitable.
Not to the rich people.
Like what?
Like Elon
BlackRock?
Musk. Like
Vanguard?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates?
He doesn't do war.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, dear God.
He's a fucking asshole, and he does a lot of evil shit.
He's tied
but
up
he doesn't
in all this
do war.
Shit. He's tied up in all this.
No, he's not.
Yeah. Bill Gates, that's my opinion. It could be wrong. Please don't sue me because you would win. You can't get much. Like my beer can and my microphone is all I got.
It's so much more profitable to make something and then sell it.
So
this is not the medieval ages anymore.
It has always been said we will never be attacked on our land here because we have too many armed American citizens, and it would be. And we learned from Red Dawn 1 and 2 that they cannot take over this land because they cannot fly in and cruise in a bunch of fucking soldiers to do this.
Yeah, but they're not going to sneak in either. That's what Red Dawn was about. That's what Red Dawn was about.
No, they flew in and they parachuted down.
Red Dawn was literally about them sneaking in.
Yes, through parachutes.
And they still lost.
But they didn't have 40 million people here already. They've already got up to 40 million people.
It's not going to work.
Why
not? It's a shitty plan. It would cost them trillions of dollars to execute this plan when you could just buy the farmland.
Trillions of dollars.
For a couple billion and be way ahead.
No, because you would still have the government, the United States government in control of that.
But you would just ignore them. You would vote them out.
So
illegals can vote. Illegals can vote. Just vote them out.
That I agree with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Your plan doesn't make sense.
No, oh come on.
Your plan does not make sense. This is not how you would do this.
The illegal voting thing is something that just is now popping up.
Okay, but they're voting for the people that want to put more controls.
We'll see.
Instead of the people that will get rid of the controls.
All right, that's fine. No.
They should vote libertarian. All these illegals who are trying to take the farmland should vote libertarian.
But they're not going to.
Well, they should.
Because when you watch TV, what's the libertarian they interview? The guy in the potato sack who's high.
Yeah, but...
So we're never going to get past that.
No, we are. That's what we're doing next week. We're doing that next week.
With Trump and Kennedy, I love what the libertarians doing. And I really hope this gets us a little further down the road. But we're not going to get anywhere near where we need to be to actually elect...
The Chinese people that want to run the farmlands aren't so stupid that they don't know that libertarians will take away all the rules preventing them from doing that. So they would say, fuck you, we're going to vote for the libertarians.
They don't want our government here.
Neither do we.
They want the Democrat.
Neither do we.
They want the Democrat Party
to
control the country.
No, they're exactly aligned with libertarians. Of course they are. You just said it.
No.
They want to run farmland without the controls. That's libertarianism.
Farmland is speculation because these are stories that are just now coming out. There's investigative reporters out there trying to figure out why the United States government would allow over 40 million military-aged men
I don't care. They're going to vote libertarian.
And over 60 million illegals to come.
But they're going to vote libertarian.
They are not going to vote libertarian.
Of course they are. Libertarians will give them everything they want.
You go to the nearest migrant camp right now and see if you can get some libertarian supporters.
And the fact that I can't means that your plan isn't what's happening.
They're going to do it by force.
No, they're not. It's not profitable for them to do that.
It's not a...
It's 100 times more profitable to just vote for libertarians, and the libertarians get rid of all the laws, and then we all have wealth and harmony.
When you talk about profitable, you're talking about, I'm saying the NGOs are the ones doing this. So
yeah, but the people on the ground are the ones that will run the farmland.
So BlackRock is involved, Vanguard is involved,
it doesn't matter.
Involved.
Why would these people obey them? They have no reason to obey.
We don't know what the plan is yet, because we're trying to figure it out.
Whatever the plan is, it would require all these 40 million people working that farmland, working the factories, working this and that, right? It doesn't make sense for them to kill us and then do this. Why don't we just work together?
Well, it's maybe it's less about killing us and more about capturing us.
To do what?
To make us work for them.
But we're not going to be profitable working for them as slaves. Because slavery is not profitable.
I'm not saying we're going to slavery. I'm not going that route.
I'm not going to work for them.
Okay, then
They slaughtered my family. I'm going to suicide by Chinese military-age male.
So you think it's by accident that all these immigrants...
It's not an accident. They're retarded.
No, that logic makes no sense.
Of course it does.
So we're just...
Retarded people do retarded things. And by the way, I've said it like 8 times. We're going to get banned from YouTube for sure. R word.
Oh, God. So, no, you can't just say it's retarded. You just can't say that.
Of course you can. Have you seen these people talk?
Response.
Have you seen these people talk? They have no coherent ideas.
Okay, so they're retarded, but guess what they've done? They've snuck in over 60 million illegals.
No, they haven't.
Yes, they have.
No. 60 million illegals have snuck in. They haven't done shit.
No,
they haven't done shit.
So when did this happen?
It doesn't matter.
No, when did it happen?
All they had to do was not stop it. Okay. They didn't have to do anything. There's no plan.
So we've stopped it in the past.
Yes.
And now we allow it.
Yes.
Okay, we've allowed it the last like 3.5 years.
Right.
So maybe they're allowed to come in. They're not actually sneaking in.
Right, but there's no plan behind it. They're just
How
stupid.
do you know there's no plan?
Because it's Joe fucking Biden and Kamala
First
fucking
of all,
Harris.
Joe Biden is a puppet.
Okay,
he's a meat sack.
Pick
being
whoever you
controlled
think
by
he's a puppet
Obama.
of. Obama's not very smart either.
He's savvy.
Okay, but
I
he's
don't
not
like the
smart.
guy, but it's not just him. You've got BlackRock. You've got the.
There's nobody smart running any of these places.
We've got it where the NGOs are the ones running our government right now.
There's no smart people there.
Yet they figured out how to sneak 60 million people.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
They just said we're not going to stop it. It takes no work, no intellectual plans. It takes nothing. You just raise your hands and do nothing, and they walk through.
Which is
That's
what they've
not a
done.
plan. That's not smart.
It's a plan to bring those people in.
That's not a smart plan.
The next plan is what are they going to do with them?
Nothing.
Oh,
there's no plan.
No.
You're inventing conspiracy theories where there's nothing.
I mean, I get it. I know they want to help New York and the lifeguards. I get that. But there's
yes, they're going to make lifeguards. That's the plan.
We got lifeguards throughout the country now, people. No matter where you're at.
No one will ever drown again. There you go. There's the plan.
Because we know they can swim. Oh Jesus! No, there's more nefarious stuff going on here. I will not.
You're giving them so much fucking credit. Like these people are not playing 5D chess.
There has to be a reason to do
They're playing
this.
checkers.
No, they are.
No, there doesn't have to be a reason. There doesn't have to be a reason.
And you just taking this generic term, they're retarded, means nothing. You have no counterpoint. You want to prove me wrong?
I've worked with retarded people, and they have no reason for the things that they do. I played poker professionally for 2 years when I moved out here.
Okay.
And the whole premise of playing poker professionally is that there's a bunch of drunk retards that have no reasons for what they're doing, and they just give you their money.
So they're now running the government.
They are running the government.
So, because you're looking at a situation where the Democrats are doing it and the Republicans are doing nothing to stop it. And you're saying we're just stupid. We're just like, oh,
yes!
Well, I don't know.
Yes!
The border's closed.
They're fucking stupid.
No, there has to be some factual counterpoint.
No, there doesn't.
You have to come up with to why this is happening.
No, there doesn't.
Because you could go voter replacement theory. You could go that. And that's a logical
But why do they think they're going to vote Democrats?
Well, that's the problem.
Why would these libertarian people
that
don't listen to governments, that ignore stupid rules,
not
vote libertarian?
Do not classify.
They're libertarian in action. They're ignoring stupid rules.
No, they're
That's
coming
what
here to
libertarianism
conquer
is.
us. They're coming from a communist country.
Dude, our whole podcast is about gathering rainwater when the government says you can't.
Right.
We don't follow stupid rules. That's what illegal immigrants are doing. They're ignoring stupid rules.
What, in their country by coming here?
No, they're ignoring our stupid rules.
By coming across the border.
Yes.
And getting stuff at migrant camps. And running drug labs.
Not all of them are doing
and prostitution. It's a preponderance of them are.
Okay, but drug rules are stupid. Prostitution rules are stupid.
True. But they're still the law of the land.
They're libertarians. These people are libertarian. Like, you're making the case for me. The more you talk, the more you make my case.
They're criminals, and they have nefarious...
No, they're not criminals.
You cannot...
Crimes have a victim.
First of all, when you say they're going to vote libertarian, they're not going to vote. You
said they're going to vote.
No, their ballots are going to vote. They're not going to vote.
Okay, that's a different story.
Well, did it not happen in 2020? If you didn't vote in 2020, you probably did under somebody else. Somebody else voted for you.
I didn't. Nobody voted for me.
Did you check?
Yes.
Okay. There was massive corruption in Clark County. Dude,
I'm just saying, I still have my ballot. Nobody voted for me.
They probably go, well, we can't vote because we all know this dude's fucking crazy, so we can't use his ballot. No, there has to be a nefarious reason to allow this to happen. Could it be for voter replacement, which I kind of thought that maybe early on? Is it for a hostile overtake of our country? Very possible.
Well,
That's the way it's going now.
Why don't we encourage these people to use those ballots then?
Well, apparently DC is, but I think.
Right, but I'm saying here in Nevada, these people obviously don't give a fuck about government.
Where are the immigrant camps here?
I don't know.
So
we'll find them.
Okay, so we're gonna go out there. We're gonna bring them over to the Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
But if they don't have access to the ballot,
but you said they do. They're getting ballots.
They have a ballot in their name.
Right. So you
doesn't mean they have access to it.
Doesn't matter. You sign it. You fill it out. Libertarian. You sign it and you send it in. And if they don't count it, okay, so what? We're no worse off.
Yeah. I don't know. You have this ho-hum thing, everyone's stupid, nobody can do anything, but yet shit is happening, and it's looking really bad right now. So you're saying that Nothing bad's going to happen.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Well,
I'm saying it's not going to be like a bunch of immigrants suddenly start shooting us. That's not going to happen.
I mean, I think it would be a lot more organized than that.
That's not going to happen. That's never going. Nothing ever resembling that will happen.
I hope so. I don't see it that way because there has to be a reason.
If anything, those people will save us.
Save us from what?
From the government. And it's going to be the government and the military.
The government is the one who's going to be pulling the puppet strings of these people through the NGOs.
They already don't obey the government. Their first act in America was to disobey the government.
They're sent over here. No, they're not disobeying the government. The government is allowing them to come in.
But they know it's illegal. They know it's illegal, and they disobey the law.
No,
they don't care what the law says.
You say it's illegal, but
they don't care what orders come down. They don't care.
If they're told to come here, and they come here, is that illegal?
They're not told to come here. They see that we give away welfare, and they want it.
We have an app. We talked about this about a month ago.
I get it.
They have an app that you can just fill out. I want to go to America.
Right.
I'm this age.
That's not anybody giving them orders. That's us giving them free shit.
No.
Why would you not take free shit? If the fucking grocery store is handing out free samples, go and get a free sample.
I'm going to keep an eye on this story.
Oh my God!
Because it's in the investigation is in the infancy stages, and we have to work this out. We don't know where it's going to go. But your counterpoint is they're retarded. I'm saying there's nefarious activities going on. No, they're retarded.
I'm calling it right now that these immigrants are not all of them. Obviously, there's always bad actors in any group of people.
Right.
But largely, by and large, they're going to be the ones that save us because they don't give a fuck about the government's rules. They will be the ones to fight back.
So if they say
we're not doing this,
then they're our new government.
No,
because we've had this.
No, they're not our new government.
They're
not our new government. They're our neighbors,
and you don't like this.
They're our neighbors. They're saving us from a tyrannical government.
They will become the tyrannical government.
No, they won't.
If they can beat us, they will.
They're not beating us.
Yes, that is in my opinion, that is their goal.
Why? They have no reason to do that.
There's hundreds of reasons. There's
not.
Reasons why
you don't gain wealth by beating people anymore.
Yes,
this is not the Middle Ages. That's not how it works. Wealth comes from creativity, from hard work. It doesn't come from stealing.
You and I don't gain wealth from this.
Yes, we do.
Wait.
What do you think? I'm a programmer. I create things with my mind.
No. We don't gain wealth from from an attempted overthrow.
Nobody does.
The rich and
they don't. That's not how it works anymore. That's just not how it works anymore.
Ukraine, they're already in there.
Again, we just went over this. Russia is not doing that to gain wealth.
No, okay. Again, that's fine. I agree with that. But somebody's got to rebuild Ukraine. When it's destroyed, guess who? BlackRock is already over there. Vanguard is already over there.
That costs them money. That's not a profitable venture. That costs them money. Dude, it costs money to build things.
And who's going to give them the money? The United States. Money? We are. You and I are. You and I.
Yeah. So now you're talking about the government again, not the immigrants.
No. I switched over because you're saying there's no money in war, and I'm saying
I didn't say there's no money. I said it's not. You
profitable.
You don't gain profits by stealing and destruction.
So when you say profits, you mean money, right?
No, I mean wealth, real wealth.
Okay, right. So in every country, there's only one war in our history of this country where we destroyed our enemy and we did not rebuild them better than they were before. Do you know what war that is? Look at the South. It was a civil war.
Oh, okay.
Every other war this country has been in, we destroyed and we rebuilt. Guess who paid for the rebuilding of that country that we destroyed?
Yeah, guess who's $35 trillion in debt?
Yes.
And so it's not profitable.
To us.
No, it's not profitable to anybody.
Yes.
The government is $35 trillion in debt.
The war
They're
pigs.
in the hole.
So BlackRock is a military contract. So the military contractors of this country are not doing well.
Dude.
The military contractors are the war pigs are the ones who are profiting from this with our tax dollars.
They don't own real wealth. They own IOUs that can't be cashed out because we're $35 trillion in debt and we're never getting out of it.
Okay, you say that, but there are millionaires in here living in mansions and driving cars and having multiple yachts.
Okay, guess what? That's going to collapse.
Okay, well that's a different conversation.
Right, but...
that's a different conversation.
Okay, look at it this way. Now, you can rob the 7-Eleven.
Okay.
And you're going to get a couple $100, whatever they have in the till.
Okay.
Right. So that's profitable in a sense.
Right. Agreed.
Right. But you're risking death.
Right.
You're risking arrest.
Okay.
Now, when you do the math and you factor all those things in, it's not a profitable venture to rob a 7-Eleven.
Okay, so what if robbing the 7-Eleven was risk-free?
But it's not. It's not risk-free. No, it's not.
Hey, robbing a 7-Eleven is not risk-free. Do not go out and rob a 7-Eleven.
No, I'm saying, I get what
in the analogy,
it's not.
BlackRock
It's not risk-free.
has risk-free.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
We destroy,
No, they
they
don't.
rebuild.
Why are they always scrambling for bailouts? If it's risk-free.
Because they keep giving. Oh, I would scramble for bailouts if I kept being
Right, but
given
why
bailouts.
do they need to be bailed out if they're profitable? You don't get bailouts if you're not in the hole.
Different entities of BlackRock are very profitable. Different entities are not, and they're the ones getting the bailout. But guess who the check goes to all the time? BlackRock. It is extremely profitable. This is why
it's not profitable.
Okay, do you agree with when I make this statement? After the first few months of Russia attacking Ukraine, there was a deal that was made. If you want to call me out on this, I will cite my source next week. That we had a deal done. It was an agreement done, and the United States said no. We are not going to allow that to happen.
Maybe.
Okay, so why would the United States do that for? Because there is money to gain in there. There's natural resources we can grab in there.
But there's
Ukraine
not.
could be the new Epstein
Look
Island.
again. If you make the deal, you will get way more natural resources by just trading freely. You will always be better off.
because if you're trading, you don't own them.
You don't need to own them. I mean, like, you don't own the grocery store, but you're better off just shopping there.
I don't make profit off what I buy at the grocery store.
Yes, you do.
No, I eat it.
Yeah, that's making profit. If you didn't...
We just said profit is money.
No, we didn't. I said profit is goods and services, is wealth.
Okay, well.
Goods and services is wealth.
So buying a ham sandwich at the grocery store does nothing but give me nutrients to get another 4 hours throughout my day.
But you wouldn't make that trade if it didn't make you better off. So that means you profited.
Okay, sure. On an elementary level.
Well, that's how economics works. That's the whole core of Austrian economics, which is what libertarians use.
But again, I'm talking more about the war pigs. I mean, okay, first of all the money we've given Ukraine.
Let me put it this way.
No. All the money we've given Ukraine. I believe it's $600 billion at this point. It's up there. So do we think all that money was used for goods, for weapons, and to actually advance Ukraine through this war?
No, we already know that they...
Or was it a laundry machine coming back to us, allowing...
Right, but okay, so hold on a second. If we have $600 billion and we give it to Ukraine, who launders it, and then some of it comes back to us, we now have less than $600 billion.
Okay.
When we had $600 billion to start with. Why didn't we just keep the $600 billion?
Because the people that want to profit are not profiting.
That doesn't mean
it goes through a washing machine.
But they don't need to do that.
Yes,
they're the government. They can print whatever they want.
They can print what they want, but they can't put it in their pocket.
Of course they can.
You can't just say, but you got to have a chain of custody for that money to go down.
It doesn't have to go to Ukraine. They can go straight to BlackRock.
For what reason?
For whatever they fucking want.
To buy a rock?
For whatever they want.
They have to have a reason to get that money.
No, they fucking don't.
Destroying the country and rebuilding it is that reason.
Listen,
they're war pigs.
Now, do you agree that if you take into account all the risks, that robbing 7-Elevens is unprofitable? Like, you're never gonna become wealthy robbing 7-Elevens, right?
True, I agree with that.
So you're always gonna be broke or worse.
No, actually, I can't agree with that, because what are you considering wealth at that point?
Getting better, getting a house.
Okay, so then yes, it is profitable, robbing 7-Eleven.
How?
Because if I have nothing,
you can't make a living doing that.
You can. Well, I mean, you rob.
No, you're again. I told you, take all the risks into account.
Okay, right.
Is it profitable?
Okay, so you have a situation in this country right now. I think it is.
Why don't you do it then?
Because it's not my thing. I don't go.
No, that's bullshit.
No,
if it's profitable, you would be doing it.
No, there's a shit ton of stuff that's profitable that I don't do. I could go be a gay sex worker on Tropicana, and that'd be. Well, I think.
I thought I saw you down there anyway. So
I was shaking my ass.
Yeah,
shaking my ass.
No, look.
But apparently I was too fat.
When you take the risks into account, robbing a 7-Eleven is not profitable.
I disagree with that.
You cannot make a living doing it. You cannot increase your wealth. You cannot retire on robbed 7-Eleven money.
But can you feed your kids and buy your family clothes?
You can feed them once, maybe.
Well, I'm assuming you're robbing more than one 7-Eleven.
Right. Well, it doesn't matter how many you rob. It's not going to be profitable.
This is all scalable. And if it's
No, it's
scalable,
not.
if a man who has no money robs a 7-Eleven and he pulls out what, $200?
Again, take the risks into account. You're not doing that.
Okay, so no, I am, and I tried going there, and then we went off on me walking down Tropicana in my Daisy Dukes. So the risk is this: you look at the average response of the police department right now. It used to be 6 minutes, and that's when we had.
It doesn't matter what they respond on call. They're going to catch you sooner or later anyway.
No, that is not true at all.
Yes, it is. You're on a million different fucking cameras.
Done properly. Oh yeah, cameras, baseball caps, sunglasses. I mean, seriously, you're on camera right now. How many times are you going to be identified walking down the street?
I don't know. But I don't rob 7-Elevens.
Well, you're on camera right now. When we become famous, they're not going to know what you look like. Like me, I'm going to be flocked. I mean, I'm going to have people all over me asking for pictures with me. They're not going to know unless you're wearing that getup.
Okay.
So you are disguised.
No, look. Again, you're getting off track.
No, I'm not.
You're getting off track. The point is that robbing a 7-Eleven is not profitable.
It is profitable.
When you take all the risks into account,
scalable.
it is not profitable, and yet people do it.
Okay, so
now if you look at the qualities of the people who do it, what do they all have in common?
That rob 7-Elevens?
Yes.
I am not going to answer that question.
Why not?
Because it probably would get me banned off of YouTube.
No, it wouldn't.
If you are a poor person and you have no job, or you get laid off because the minimum wage is going
what do they all have in common?
Well, yeah,
every single person that robs a 7-Eleven.
They have a criminal mentality.
Which is another word for...
Say it.
They're retarded.
No,
they're all fucking retarded, okay? So, yes, there are people that do things that aren't profitable, that are violent and stealing and all this other shit.
Let me guess.
Those people are retarded.
Were you ever in the debate club in high school?
No, we didn't have one.
Okay. So if you were in a debate club and somebody presented this very well thought out plan and says, X and Y and blah, 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 you're like, oh, no, they're retarded. I win. Woo!
Yes.
Where's my trophy?
Yeah.
No.
Don't you watch me on Twitter? Or you're not watching our account?
I know.
Who's the one watching that?
This is not being in your mom's basement, fucking typing shit on a keyboard.
But these people are retarded. They think that you can profit through crime. You can't. I mean, like a very tiny sliver of people can profit through crime. Very tiny.
That is absolutely not true.
Yes, it is.
Prostitutes.
That's not a crime. There's no victim. There's no victim. That's not a crime.
Can you be arrested for hiring a prostitute?
That's not what makes something a crime.
No.
That is not what makes something a crime. So, a crime has a victim.
Well, the victim is the woman, though.
No, she's doing it of her own free will.
Is she, though?
Ask her.
Well, if she is forced to be out on the street,
she's not. Who's forcing her? No one's forcing her. No, he's not.
Is making her out there.
No, he's not.
She'll get beat down if she doesn't.
Dude.
I've watched movies, man. I know what I'm talking about.
Movies, there you go.
It was sarcasm. Get used to it. No, there is a criminal. So is sex trade in this country, is that not a crime?
No.
So trading children for sex is a crime? No?
Whose children is it?
Not mine.
I don't know if we want to go on this road.
So that matters?
It does matter.
Okay, so is it better on race? On wealth? On what? What does it matter?
It matters whose children it is.
Sex workers.
Whose children is it?
Okay. You have to agree with this. Prostitution is a crime.
No.
Whether you agree with it or not,
no.
It is. It's on the books. You could be arrested.
I don't care what's on the books.
You could be jailed.
I don't care what's on the books.
You could be
tomorrow, our podcast will be on the books. That doesn't make it a crime. A crime has a victim.
Okay. So if you go up and you see a prostitute walking down the street and you go up and talk to her and you make a deal for sex and all of a sudden you find out she's an undercover cop, the pigs roll in, arrest you, and you get arrested, you get processed.
So?
Okay. So
that doesn't make it a crime. What they're doing is a crime.
So no, actually.
Yes, it is.
No, actually.
Because I'm a victim now. They have kidnapped me. They have falsely imprisoned me.
That is an amazing...
I'm the victim of a crime.
That is an amazing, awesome point. And there's one point you're missing on this one. Because if hiring a prostitute, you're not breaking the law. Paying for sex, you are breaking the law. But
I don't care about breaking the law. I care about criminal activity. You're changing the subject.
No, it is criminal.
Crime has a victim. If there's no victim, there is no crime.
Okay, so let's move on. I'm going to say drug dealers. You're going to say, well, drugs should be legal. And you're right, they should be.
Okay, not a crime.
But you still go to jail for it.
It's not a crime.
What if you kill someone?
You used to go to jail for gay sex. Is gay sex a crime?
How many years did you spend in jail? I can't.
A parole.
You paroled. Okay, so let's walk down that road. Mob activity.
Well, define mob activity.
Paying for protection.
Depends on how they're employing that particular service.
Robbing.
That's
people.
a crime.
Okay. So you're saying it is not profitable at all. There's no way that's profitable.
Robbery is not profitable.
So I actually just watched a show, and there was a group of guys in Vegas back in the 80s. They robbed like 7 or 8 casinos over like a 5-year period. They got stupid and got caught. So that's going to be your point.
There you go.
But for those 5 years, they were making quite a bit of money.
It doesn't matter if you make the people that invested with Bernie Madoff were making profits for 20 years.
Okay.
And then one day they weren't.
Oh, let's talk about Bernie Madoff then. Did he commit a crime?
Yes.
What was the
fraud.
crime? Okay, so fraud is a crime.
Yes.
So if you
As
were
a victim.
Okay, so if you were to approach a prostitute on Tropicana, and it was in a skirt and a dress and boobs, and then it turned out to be a man, would that be a crime?
A crime for who?
It would be fraud.
No,
Why not?
because we haven't even secured a deal yet.
Okay.
Like we're still we haven't negotiated a deal.
But you're in negotiation. You're like, well, I got to see the goods.
Yeah.
And then the penis pops out.
And I say, no thanks, goodbye.
Okay. So, but that's
No crime.
So, okay.
No, it's a crime if they say, yeah, I'm a woman, trust me, and then I'm doing my thing, and then there's a dick. That's fraud.
Oh my God, I love conversations with you.
We're gonna have to move on. Like we're running late here.
Oh, we blown past the hour about an hour fucking ago, and I even got to half my notes yet. We go make some crazy ranting things here. I love our conversations. We do this a lot at the bars when we hang out in the libertarian groups. This is what we do, and every once in a while this is gonna pop up. We enter the ring as friends, and we leave the ring as friends, even though he's fucking retarded. Oh Jesus! So
for the people on the audio, I was pointing at Ron.
Oh yeah. I guess I'm good. I mean, I got some of my shit out. I'll go ahead and skip my prepper thing or my survivalist thing for the week.
Do it, because we're going to be out next week.
So next week.
Yeah, next week's the Libertarian Convention.
I have to mention this too. This is one of those things where I go, America, we're going to be all right. So in New York City, they put what was called a portal.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And it was a portal to Dublin.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was just one woman or multiple women were flashing the portal, so they had to shut it down.
Yeah.
I don't think the people in Dublin were happy they shut it down because... I mean, it's boobs. Everybody
over in Europe, like, that's normal. Like, boobs are everywhere.
No, I agree. Nudity, we're the country that have, like, issues with nudity.
Yeah.
Other countries don't. But next week, I really wanted to get to this. I wanted to get to minimum wage. And how we're raising it up, and how it's hurting people, and how people now are losing their jobs, and how
who could have predicted that?
Yeah, I know, and how we're going to robots to do everything. Yeah, but guess what California did?
Where did they ban robots?
Yep, and self-checkout stuff. If you have a self-checkout aisle, it can only be for 15 items or less, and one employee can only monitor 2 self-checkouts.
What the fuck?
So this is what the government does, people. They pass stupid-ass laws to do stupid-ass things. And then once they realize they fucked up, they pass more stupid-ass laws. If you want to know, just look at California. Damn it, we didn't get to the bridge and the barge.
Oh my God, another one. That's fucking insane, dude. I posted in the chat. It. Yeah, like another barge. Ran into a bridge. Let's have this. What are the odds?
Well, no. First of all, that barge could not have fit under that bridge. There was no hole.
Why was it there?
Good question. So how about this? Let's look into this. We can talk about it next week.
Well, no, 2 weeks.
Oh, in 2 weeks. Damn it. In the current crew of the barge that took down the bridge are still on the ship, the barge. The federal government will not allow them off. They've confiscated all their cell phones. and they have no communication. The company they work for is obviously providing food and water and stuff. So they are being taken care of. But the FBI has opened a criminal investigation and will not allow those employees off that barge. Wow. Why is that? I don't know.
Got me.
Tune in 2 weeks to find out, because next week he'll be in D.C. learning, teaching illegals how to vote and trying to convert illegals to libertarians.
There you go.
So
that's our plan. That's our master plan.
Yeah. Do you have anything for your computer?
Well, you're gonna have to talk about it because we still have to. Like, that's the whole point of the show.
So we started an hour and a half ago.
Nobody cares. They can fast forward. Doesn't matter.
They see us ranting. Fast forward. Yeah. No. Like 10 minutes later, they're still fucking yelling at each other.
Dude, I put the timestamps. Okay. They know what to do. All right. So let's talk about cars. Cars are a tool of freedom traditionally.
True.
Right. you can get in your car and just drive anywhere the fuck you want.
Well, hold on. I'm going to start another fight. How can it be a tool of freedom when you have the government's permission to use it?
Okay, well, that's something that came later, right? Originally, cars didn't have these problems.
It's an old argument. I'm just poking with shit right now.
I mean, even now, when we have to get a license and a registration and a license plate and then a fucking whatever, all sorts of stupid bullshit,
and drive down the government roads. I'm really poking right now.
They don't randomly stop you, right?
Okay,
for the most part,
yeah.
Right. So you still I can still go to LA if I want to.
Right.
I can go to Texas if I want to.
True.
No one's going to stop me unless I'm speeding, very much over the speed limit. Or doing something like weaving or some other shit, right? So a car is a tool of freedom. Even with the restrictions placed on us, you're more free with cars than you are without them. Okay.
Right.
But now a lot of modern cars are spying on you.
Yes, they are.
So they're trying to take away that freedom.
Right.
And really what a lot of people are trying to do is, I know I sound like an idiot because they don't have a grand plan. They're a bunch of retards.
Yeah.
But okay, so
are you the only non-retard in this country?
I might be.
Okay.
But yeah, they're trying to make cars so expensive that the average person can't afford them for the climate or who the fuck knows. I mean, ultimately, what it is an attempt to take our freedom away. So you really want to look closely when you're thinking about buying a car, right? You want older cars. Because every single new car that comes off the line, they all have a spy computer in it.
Yep.
Like every single one of them. And you can't disable them. You can't install open source software on them like you can with your router and your laptop and all that shit. Like these things will always be there, will always spy on you. That data will always be available to people that you don't want to have it. So look into classic cars.
Yeah.
I mean, 60s, 70s, 80s.
It's like 85 and older, or is it, there's a year, I forgot what year it was, but somewhere in the 80s. The cars were chip-free prior to that.
I don't know the exact year, but...
Look, you guys easily find that.
Even the computers on cars in like the 90s and early 2000s aren't spy computers. Right? They're computers to help improve the efficiency and the fuel economy.
But they've got circuit boards in there.
They do, well, yeah, I have a DeLorean, which, if you didn't know, is an 81, and it has circuit boards in it.
Okay.
So it's not like they've had circuit boards for a long time. I mean, even like 60s cars, 50s cars, they have electric starters, right?
Yeah.
So there's always electricity in the car, and that's not a bad thing, right? As long as you can control it.
Right.
As long as you know where those circuits are going, what those circuits boards are doing, what kind of software is running, yada yada yada. But yeah, like prefer classic cars. I mean, they have good horsepower. They're going to get you where they want you to go. They're comfortable. They look great.
Okay.
Modern cars, I don't see the appeal, to be honest.
Yeah, they've kind of like bastardized the look. I mean, all GM cars look the same.
Everything looks the same now. There's no unique.
The Fords kind of mimic them, and it's really weird how that happens. It's always.
And the other thing is, you don't have to forego modern comforts just because you have an old car.
Right.
Right. So like you buy a '60s car. It might have a tape deck or a radio or whatever. You can rip that thing out and put a modern stereo system in there. And I like Pioneer as a company.
Okay.
They have both double DIN and single DIN, which the single DIN will actually have a flip out. It's really nice.
Okay. Well, the older cars have the single DIN spot for the radio.
Yes.
And then the newer cars have the double DIN.
Yeah.
Okay. So an older car would more likely you would have the single. Okay.
Yes. But yeah, it's a computer. But it's not going to spy on you because
you're
it's
saying put your own computer in there.
Yes, put your own computer in there.
Nice.
A lot of them do your phone, like they'll do MP3s and play movies, all the GPS maps, all that shit. So like you don't have to sacrifice that stuff just because you have an old car.
Okay.
The other thing I like is dash cams. Dash cams are huge. Like cops can say any fucking thing they want. But if it's on camera, the camera sees all. Okay, so
even for other drivers that want to get in an accident and they stop short in front of you, you should have a dash. If you live in Vegas and you don't have a dash cam, stop what you're doing. Go get a fucking dash cam because we have a lot of scam artists.
So now I have one that actually goes on top of my rearview mirror.
Okay,
and that shows me the LED output.
Okay.
And then it's a 3-camera system.
Okay, so
it has
the back,
a front
the front,
camera, a rear camera, and then an in-cab camera.
Okay.
And I can swap between all 3, but I just keep it on the rear view when I'm
So
driving.
I'm thinking podcasting your car one day, like Jerry Seinfeld did. Coffee with Kevin.
could.
We'll just drive around and do the podcast.
We might. I think I have my in-cab kind of aimed at me though, so.
Well, you'd have to do the fish aisle. It's ridiculously stupid.
But no, like
And I'll look even more fatter.
get a dash cam. They're not super expensive. It's only a couple $100.
Yes.
The stereo system again, a couple $100. It's not going to break the bank. Learn how to work on your car.
Yes.
Even if it's just basic shit, learn how to change the oil, change the tires, do basic engine work.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Like there's YouTube stuff on every single car you can think of. I mean, even the DeLorean. I mean, I'm like, well, how the fuck do I do this?
Yeah.
And they have videos for it.
Yeah, and YouTube now is advanced where there are reputable sites on YouTube where you literally can learn something. And they're not, there's not some dumbass like me going, well, if you turn this bolt, it'll loosen the bolt and you can pull it apart and see what falls off. So you can actually learn stuff on there.
Yeah, and I mean, like with 3D printers and everything, I mean, like you can print new stuff for the car.
Yeah.
So like maybe it has old shitty parts. Well, you 3D print something or get something machined in metal.
So putting aside a muscle car, because I know some people want their muscle cars.
Yeah.
But if you wanted just a solid car that's older, do you have a particular brand in mind?
It depends on what year you're looking at, I guess. Honestly, like late 90s and early 2000s Toyotas, I mean, they're still fucking on the road.
Yeah.
200,000 miles. I mean, those things last forever. The Japanese don't fuck around with their cars.
Okay. My advice, VWs.
VW,
Air-cooled VWs. I think they stopped the air-cooled in 77 or 78.
Okay.
They're so plentiful. These things, you turn the key, the engine starts.
Yeah.
It's just what it does. It's easy to work on. It's very easy to learn. Parts are readily available due to the fact that they're being made in Mexico for all the hobbyists. But you can still get them somewhat cheap, and they're just solid cars. They have the vans if you want a van to kind of drive around in. And they're very versatile.
Yeah.
So I mean that's my trike's the VW trike. So
Yeah.
and I got a bus out back. So I'm a big air cooled guy. So.
And so the other thing I want to talk about is so like gas prices are fucking out of control and they're not going to get better. I mean this is part of the whole save the climate by getting rid of car farts and cars. So one thing you might want to consider is getting a biodiesel engine in your car.
VWs are very easily converted over to biodiesel.
So like I mean biodiesel will work in pretty much any car. I mean it's probably a 4-cylinder engine, right? Yeah. And like the thing with biodiesel is you can make it out of readily available materials. So used oil, like the oil that you cook with, for example. Like you go down to McDonald's and say, "Hey, can I just take your oil from the fry machine?"
There's actually videos of people doing that.
Yeah.
And the restaurants found out that that's profitable, and now they allow them to sell it.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's still going to be cheaper than gas. And it's really easy to make yourself, right? You just take one of them stills right there, and
still where?
Yeah, right there.
No, there's no still up there.
What's that?
Moonshine still.
Oh, that's still.
No, I'm sorry. I use that to extract essential oils from flowers.
Okay. Well, so you look up the proper temperatures on again YouTube or whatever you're.
180 degrees.
No, I'm talking about for diesel.
180 degrees.
180?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, because diesel. I shouldn't say that. If you want to produce ethanol,
No, we're not doing ethanol. We're doing diesel.
Yeah, I guess I should look into that. I just wanted to sound smart. You called me out.
But yeah, so you put the oil in a still, you heat it up to the right temperature, and then diesel comes out the other end. It's fucking simple, basic chemistry.
Okay.
And then you've got fuel for your car. Make it yourself.
There you
discarded
go.
materials. There's a million things you could go over with cars. If you have questions, come in the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my quick little thing.
Awesome. I'm going to make mine pretty quick. We kind of go back and forth on what to do because there's a lot of stuff that I've already discussed. I'm trying not to repeat myself, but I'm trying to stay topical. And we've kind of discussed a lot of stuff already. So I mean, being a prepper, we've discussed all that, and being a survivalist. So I'm kind of looking into like survive in 2024 is kind of what I'm trying to do now. So. What I would say is when the migrants all band together with the NGOs, they start coming for us. Be ready, be prepared, and be able to fight back. What I would say is what do? You start seeing news articles of immigrants killing Americans, which this happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you start seeing this, and then you start seeing them, band together and start doing some crazy shit. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it could happen. Stay with your neighborhood. Build a neighborhood. Get a little group going, and don't go out and talk to your neighbors now about it because they're going to think you're nuts. But kind of wait. But maybe some of your trusted ones kind of say, hey, if something goes down, should we bond together? Learn the ins and outs of your neighborhoods where people can come in and go out. Just try to get a plan going where you can protect your neighborhood.
Well, like one thing you could do is do some of your projects outdoors in your yard,
yeah.
And then the neighbors see you and then say, "Oh, what's he doing?" And then maybe they initiate the conversation.
So, coming from a conspiracy theorist, and all my conspiracies rely around the government, so mine are all true because the government's shitheads and retarded. But just kind of like. It's kind of like put the head in first and then ease in the rest. Don't go full crazy. Don't go ahead and shaft right off the bat. It hurts too much. But start having this conversation with people because I do believe the reality is it's simple. Trump's going to win in November. They're going to try and cheat. It's not going to happen. It's going to be too big to cheat. Then because I still believe, go back to COVID. COVID was our punishment for electing Trump. From the Democrat Party. The NIH already came out today and said it was Jesus Christ.
Gain of function?
Gain of function. And their answer, when they were asked, was it gain of function? I can't even say the word. I'm going to shit my pants too. Oh, God. No Monero dollars for that. They said, NIH said, well, what's your definition of gain of function? Yeah. That was the response to Congress.
Your definition, goddammit.
So understand that we're going to be punished if we elect Trump again, and he's going to do his best, but who knows? Just be prepared. And if nothing happens, you met some neighbors and you talked. And you all made little tinfoil hats as a little thing, and it's kind of cool. But no, just be aware, be ready to prepare, be ready to get prepared. And we've kind of talked about how you should prepare, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. So short of us going back into our little argument there, or public versus private roads, which someday we got to get into that, Charles. So I think we are done for the day. We are at only an hour and a half.
Huh. There you go.
I would have thought it was longer. All right, people, be aware and be safe.
See you in 2 weeks.
All right, bye. Thank you for joining us at the Canary in the Cage podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us to help build the community.
You can find us at Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app, and even on the dark web at I2P.
Thanks for listening, and see you next time.